What is given in the first aphorism? Huh?
Physician's mission.
What is the mission of physician?
Restore
What is a
the patient to the health.
Health to cure anything.
To the health.
okay? Anyone else? Shall I take the name so that you can answer me? Alisha, what is the first aphorism? Alisha, what is first aphorism?
Where were you studying?
Huh? Ashwini,
Ma'am.
what is first aphorism?
The physicians have an only mission is to restore the sick health, to cure
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम आहे का तुझ्याकडे?
मॅम
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम आहे का?
हॅलो.
So this first aphorism is
हाँ मैम.
हाँ नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम आहे का?
हाँ मैम.
बर. So this first aphorism is related to the mission of the physician. So we will take a short recap of first 10 aphorisms today, and from tomorrow we will start new aphorisms. Because in the last month we have not conducted any lecture, so it might you forget all the things, and you are not, and the organon is not a very much interesting subject ki you will open your book and you will learn. I think so you have not even opened the book of organon, right? That's why I'm taking these aphorisms from the starting. So these first 10 aphorisms, the first 10 aphorisms of organon, it covers the mission of physician, ideal cure, knowledge of physician, unprejudiced observer, and role of vital force in health. I have given you notes of all the aphorisms. I have explained you all the things, but still I am taking all these things because in the last month we didn't have any lecture, and that's why I am taking it again. So in the very first aphorism, Dr. Hahnemann has given what is the mission. Once the mission is clear, that physician can restore that sick person to the health, and not only to the health, that person should be cured, as it is term means which is given in the footnote. So this should be the only mission, this should be the only target, this should be the only thing in his life, to treat that person, to treat that patient. In his mission, he should not have any empty speculations. His mission should not be on the basis of the hypothesis. Hypothesis means what? What is hypothesis?
गृहतिक मांडणी म्हणजे गृहतक मांडणी.
बरं, अजून एनीबडी एल्स? What is hypothesis?
काहीतरी सपोज असं म्हणून
बरोबर.
म्हणजे मॅम नाही का ते ओल्ड स्कूल ते असे हायपोथेसिस आणि स्पेक्युलेशन्स करायचे.
आता रिसेंट एक हायपोथेसिस सांगू शकता मला की द स्टडी इज गोइंग ऑन रिगार्डिंग द कोविड. माहितीये तुम्हाला कोणता हायपोथेसिस चालू आहे ते?
इमॅजिनेशन.
अबाउट व्हॉट?
मीन्स ऐसा हो सकता है ये डिसीज के
That
बारे
I
में ऐसा।
know, but which hypothesis is now going on? The scientists of various countries are working on this hypothesis related to COVID.
Yes.
Which is that hypothesis?
जर इम्युनिटी वाढली पेशंटची तर आपोआप बरं होऊ शकतं
This is not hypothesis, Deepak. This is fact.
मीन्स व्हायरस
मॅम ते
virus.
पेशंटच्या आवाजावरून पण असं न्यूजला होतं काहीतरी त्याच्यावर अभ्यास चालू
That
आहे.
is the wrong thing. Nobody can identify by the voice. How it is identified?
न्यूजला होतं.
न्यूजला सगळ्या असलेल्या गोष्टी खऱ्या नसतात.
हा.
So this is your first question. Ki what is the hypothesis is now going on, or the various scientists of the various countries they are
Ma'am,
working?
it is CAP decreases the COVID-19 effect.
मध्ये आवाज कट झाला, काय म्हटलं?
ते नाही का CETP जर इन्क्रीज झाले तर ते COVID-19 चा इफेक्ट डिक्रीज करतात.
नाही नाही, ते पण नाहीये. ते तर आपल्या पॅथॉलॉजिकल स्टडी मध्ये येत आहे, म्हणजे लॅब फाइंडिंग्स नुसार म्हणतोय ना. So this is your first question. So find out on the Google, or तुम्हाला माहिती आहे ते पण आता रिकलेक्ट नसेल होत. So that is the hypothesis. So Dr. Haniman said that ki physician's mission should not be based on this hypothesis. He should have the clear idea ki COVID is, if it is transmitted by person to person, that means it is transmitted. There should not be any confusion in that, and we have to treat that patient accordingly. So it should not be a hypothesis, it should not be a speculation. So these speculations and hypotheses, they are, hypothesis means we are considering the one thing, and it may be yes में उसका answer आएगा, or it may be the no में उसका answer आएगा. So if your statement is correct, then it will be a fact कि yes, the COVID will be transmitted, or the COVID is transmitted by the person to person by sneezing and coughing. हे तुम्ही जे hypothesis आधी घेतलेलं होतं, now it is correct. So the physician, the homeopathic physician काय करायला पाहिजे? He should be a firm. He should not have any imagination. He should not have any empty speculations. म्हणजे पोकळ नको काही. He should have that base, and we are having the base, that is we are having the cardinal principles while we are treating the patient. The very first principle we know, that is the similia similibus curanter. On the basis of that only we are curing the patient. We are giving a similar medicine to the patient. Second thing is that vital force. We know the doctrine of vital force. If the vital force, vital energy, vital principle, जे पण तुम्ही त्याला नाव देता, if that energy is not present in that person, that means that person is a dead one. He is a cadaver. So we are giving the importance to the vital force. So this firmness or these principles should be there when you are treating. You should consider all these principles, all these firmness, or all these things while you are treating the patient. तर तुम्हाला इमॅजिनेशन नको, तुम्हाला कन्फ्युजन नको त्याच्यामध्ये की कोविड, येस कोविड इज ट्रान्समिटेड बाय द थ्रू द एअर, इट इज अ एअरबॉर्न डिसीज, किंवा स्नीझिंग आणि कफिंग हा ट्रान्समिट होतो, त्याच्यामध्ये हायपोथेसिसला जागा नको. Concerning the essential nature of vital processes, because we are treating the vital processes, we are treating the living organism. So living organism ला आपण treat करताना, if you are having the hypothesis, then it is having a difficult to treat that interior of organism. There should not be any countless explanation regarding the phenomena in the disease for their proximate cause. So what is the cause of the disease in homeopathy? We have completed causes of disease. What is the proximate cause? What is the proximate cause? I have explained you different causes of disease. What are the causes of disease?
Exciting cause, maintaining cause.
And
Fundamental cause.
okay. So what is the proximate cause of any disease? Why the exciting factor acting on your body, why it became a maintaining factor, and why last it became a fundamental cause? How the disease is occurring in the body? What is the meaning of disease? I have explained that also. What is disease? What is disease? Mansi? What is disease?
Physically and mentally well-being of person.
Nikita? निकिता नाही का
हाँ आहे ना मॅम.
बोल ना व्हॉट इज डिसीज निरंजन व्हॉट इज डिसीज व्हॉट इज डिसीज नाही कोण सांगेल हा नुजत
Defect in the vital force.
व्हॉट
Ma'am, derangement in the vital
Yes,
force which causes the
derangement
signs
in-
and symptoms.
Yes, in the नाही वल्लभ it is of the आहे. So the derangement of the vital force,
Derangement of the vital
that is the disease, and this disease
which
is
causes signs and symptoms.
yes, that is a manifestation of disease. So disease is made by the two word dis and ease. So this means absent and ease means comfortness. So when there is a absence of comfortness, that we called it as a disease. We are not feeling good when you are having any infection. You may have the weakness, you may have the restlessness, body ache असतं आपल्याला, headache असतं, fever असतो. So that is the disease. And how the disease is manifested, as Vallabh said, that is manifested by the signs and symptoms. So what is the proximate cause for the formation of this disease? That is the derangement of vital force. If the vital force which maintains our harmony, which maintains our body in a good condition, so always we should be thankful to that vital force, because continuously 24/7 that energy, that principle, that force is acting in our body, from the smallest cell to the largest organ. So har ek cell, har ek tissue, har ek organ and all the systems in our body, it is working 24/7 in a very right manner, in a harmonious manner. And if there is some defect in that machine, in that organization, then it will be manifested in the form of disease. So always we should be thankful, we should always give our gratitude towards that vital force, because we are not having a disease right now. We are mentally, physically and socially, we are well, we do not have any infection. So that is the proximate cause of the disease, कि whenever there is a derangement of vital force, जो harmony में रख रहा है, अगर वही नहीं काम वो कर रहा है, then this will leads to the some discomfortness, that is the disease. So this should be kept in the mind when you are treating the patient. Unnecessarily diagnosis के पीछे भागना, and on the basis of that when you are giving the medicine, this is not the way of treating the patient. We require diagnosis but for the prognosis, not for the treatment of the patient. So unintelligible words देना patient को कुछ भी, and saying that you are having a such disease, you are having the infection, on the basis of this empty speculation and hypothesis, this is not the way in the homeopathy for the treatment of diseases. We are only treating the patient on the basis of signs and symptoms. So this is our speciality. But in the allopathy, they are treating the patient on the basis of ever changing theories. Their medicines are ever changing, their theories are ever changing, they do not have any fixed principle, and they are not considering the patient as a whole. So the holistic approach is not present in the allopathy. So all these things are given in this footnote, and the mission of the physician is very clearly explained in the aphorism number 1. Clear? आठवलं काही? Yes or no? Array, 34 participants are here, but nobody is giving the answer. Shall I mark absent to all?
आवाज येतो मधूनच जातो असे होते.
नाही रे, असं नाही होत रे. तुझ्याकडे नेटवर्कचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? हॅलो,
मला पण नाही येते.
मला पण नाही येते.
आता येतोय?
हो आता येतो आहे.
मग फर्स्ट एफोरिझम कळाला?
हो
ठीक आहे. तसं पण हे लेक्चर अपलोड होणारच आहे, सो यू कॅन कधी पण तुम्ही ते ऐकू शकता. जसे आपण आधी अपलोड केलेले आहेत YouTube वर, तसंच. YouTube वर बघता का तुम्ही? ऐकता का तुम्ही YouTube वर?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the second aphorism, which is related to the ideal cure. Now we are having a clear idea about the mission key to cure that patient, but how the cure should be, that is given in the aphorism number 2. जेव्हा तुम्हाला आवाज येणार नाही तेव्हा मला प्लीज सांगा की मॅडम आवाज येत नाहीये, सो दॅट आय विल नो की कुठे प्रॉब्लेम आहे, माझ्याकडून प्रॉब्लेम आहे की तुमच्याकडून प्रॉब्लेम आहे. क्लिअर?
Okay, ma'am.
So this second aphorism is related to the how the cure should be. So the highest, he has used here the superlative degree, highest use केला है, not the high, not the higher, but it should be the highest. It should be the ideal. The cure should be always ideal. It should be the complete annihilation of the signs and symptoms. So the how the cure should be, it should be rapid. It should not be too slow. It should, but at the same time, it should be gentle and it should be a permanent. Again and again, that patient should not have any complaint. Restoration means फिर से वही स्टोर होने वाला, जो हेल्थ पहले थी वो थोड़े टाइम के लिए डिरेंज हो गया था बिकॉज ऑफ द वाइटल फोर्स. नाउ यू आर रिस्टोरिंग दैट हेल्थ. और वो रिस्टोरेशन ऑफ हेल्थ कैसे होगा? बाय रिमूवल and by annihilation of the disease. But this annihilation and this removal should be in a whole extent. There should not be any remain in the patient's body while you are treating the disease. If that patient is having 5 symptoms, then all the 5 symptoms should be removed from the patient's body. That is known as the annihilation of the disease. In the shortest, अब ये annihilation भी कैसे होना चाहिए? In the shortest, most reliable. Again here, the reliability means there should be a concrete foundation. There should be a fix. Hello?
Hello, ma'am.
Screen वर दिसतंय ना aphorism?
हो, ma'am.
हो
Okay. So it should be the most reliable and the most harmless way. So harmless means there should not be any gift, any additional thing should not be there in the form of sign and symptoms to the patient. And the last thing is on easily comprehensible principle. Comprehension means that you can understand it. कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन आपण 5वी 6वी 7वी मध्ये इंग्लिश मध्ये सॉल्व केलेलं आहे. सो दॅट कॉम्प्रिहेन्शन इंग्लिश मध्ये आपण केलेलं होतं. सो दॅट मीन्स you are having a perfect knowledge of that things, so that you can understand and you can treat that. So how the principles should be? It should be a easily understandable, it should be easily comprehensible, it should be convenient and very easy to the physician to apply it on the patient. So this is the cure. It should be rapid, gentle and permanent. It should restore the health permanently. There should be a complete annihilation of the disease. Hello.
हॅलो मॅम.
ते
Yes,
स्क्रीन
मॅम
स्क्रीन शेअर गेलं ना. एक सेकंड. दिसतंय आता?
येस मॅम.
हो मॅम.
बोला आता सेकंड ऍफोरिझम मध्ये काय दिलंय? व्हॉट इज गिवन इन द सेकंड ऍफोरिझम? What is given in the second aphorism?
idea about the cure.
Yes.
Idea
How
about
the
the
cure
cure.
should be.
So
And
whenever you are
cure must-
treating, whenever you are treating the patient, the cure should be. थुबा आता जॉईन होते, आता नाही करत मी तिला ऍडमिट. मगाशी होती का थुबा? So whenever you are treating the patient, your mission is clear, and now how the patient is treated, how it is given in the second aphorism. In the third aphorism, for the treatment of the patient, these following knowledges should be possessed to every physician. The physician should have the knowledge of disease, how the disease is occur because of the derangement of vital force. He should clearly perceive the curative in medicine. What is the curative power of our medicine? Then he should have the knowledge of choice of remedy. He should have knowledge how to select the remedy with the help of repertory. Next is he should have the knowledge of posology. Posology means it is a science of dose. So how the dose should be given to the patient. So the dose should be a minimum one. Then next one he should have the knowledge of repetition of the dose, because unnecessary repetition of the dose may be harmful to the patient, because we are following a single dose therapy. If the disease can be cured with the help of single dose, then there is no need to give the unnecessary repetition. So we are doing the repetition on the basis of mild, moderate and severe cases. In the mild cases, where the patient is having the symptom but he is doing his all the regular activities, then here we are doing the less repetition. Only 1 or 2 doses are sufficient to cure that disease. If the patient is in a moderate condition, you can repeat the doses after 3 to 4 hours. So moderate condition में patient है, how you can identify the patient is doing the work but he is having a pain. He is not completely in a position to do that work, but it is his duty and that's why that person is doing. But he is having the pain, he is having the certain discomfortness, that is a moderate condition. And a severe condition means now the patient is completely lying down, the patient cannot do his day-to-day activities. So depending upon the condition of the patient and the nature of the disease, we are deciding mild, moderate and severe cases, and on the basis of that we are repeating the doses. So mild, we are not repeating much. In the moderate, we are repeating the doses after 3 to 4 hours, and in the severe condition even we can repeat the dose 15 to 20 minutes, or you can repeat the dose after 1 or 2 hours. So this is again depending upon the nature of the disease. So all these knowledges should be possessed to any practitioner who is doing the homeopathy. So these are the knowledges of physician. Knowledge of disease, that means he should have the knowledge of anatomy, physiology and the pathology. Knowledge of medicine, he should have the knowledge of the medicine, how the medicines are acting, what is the modus operandi of cure of our medicine. With that, he should have the knowledge of choice of remedy, how the medicine should be selected, how the medicine should be repertorized from the repertory. Then the preparation of medicine, that I forget. So preparation means he should have the knowledge of pharmacy with the knowledge of the dose, that is the posology. He should have the knowledge of repetition of the dose, and finally he should know the obstruction to recovery. आवाज येतोय?
हो
Ma'am.
Yes,
So the
ma'am.
obstructions to recovery means that are the causes. So exciting cause or the maintaining cause, or it may be the fundamental cause. Because if the cause is sustained, then nobody can cure that disease. एक second ना. What are the knowledges of physician?
knowledge of disease, knowledge of medicinal powers, and then knowledge of
knowledge of the
remedy,
repetition of the dose, then
knowledge of
how to
posology.
prepare
then
the
knowledge to
medicine.
recover, to remove the obstacles in the way of the
Recovery.
cure.
A repetition of dose.
And posology.
Knowledge of medicine. Selection of potency.
Right. So all these knowledges you are getting from first year. That is the anatomy, physiology. In the second year, you will get the pathology. If any poisoning case, you are getting this knowledge from the toxicology, right? From the forensic medicine and toxicology that you are learning this year. Then in the knowledge of medicine that you will get in the fourth year. So whenever there is a role of medicine stop, we are doing surgery. So we will learn it in the third year. So all these knowledges that physician should possess while he is treating the patient. Regarding the knowledge of pharmacy and knowledge of posology, that we have learned in the first year. So all these knowledges that you are getting since first year to the fourth year, you have to apply it in your internship, in your further life. So these are the knowledges should be with you when you are treating the patient. So your restoration of the disease, restoration of the health should be permanent by using all these knowledges. And he should use this weapon, that is his knowledge or his weapon, very judiciously and rationally. So there should not be any combination of allopathy and homeopathy. So he should use it judiciously, he should use it rationally for treating the patient, and then only he will be a true practitioner of healing art. Then only you will get the best result by using your pathy. Then only you will feel satisfaction. Okay, now I am a homeopathic physician. Okay, only few minutes, I think 1 minute is left. Rejoin the meeting again with the same ID and same password. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Some
Yes,
seconds
ma'am.
are left. I will talk once it is end, then rejoin it. Okay. So these are the knowledges of the physician, and if you are using it properly with judiciously and rationally, then only you became a practitioner of healing heart. This is given in the aphorism number 3. Now the aphorism number 4. So who is the preserver of health? In the first aphorism, in the third aphorism, we have learned restoration of health. So